So, Tammy, which campaigns have you liked the most in terms of influencer marketing? Like, I know influencers are really, really big, and most of the Gen Z purchases from social media. So, which can you give me a few examples of your favorite campaigns or favorite or brands that have done this really well?
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the Sephora Squad. That's one of my favorite influencer programs. It includes both influencers and employees, and they do a great job of vetting the people that they think will represent their brand values well in the market. And
Mhm.
it's a large program, so they have a great reach with that. And there are many micro influencers that are each one has its own audience. There's not necessarily a lot of overlap. So that helps Sephora to amplify their own brand in a very authentic way with individual influencers who also have a very authentic brand of their own. And I think that that program is a best in class example. It's one of the ones that we use as our inspiration when we were building the program for Heroes and Villains.
I love that. I love the fact that they use the employees also. So it's not just about social media influencers with like 100,000 plus followers. It can, like micro influencers are typically very influential, even if they have a smaller circle. And they do create a network effect because people trust them when an influencer who's got a lot of following talks about a product, there is a question, is this a paid endorsement or is it real? Are they really using this product or do they just talk about it? But if an employee of Sephora goes out and says that, hey, you know what, Sephora is the best and I use these every day, I think it's very impactful within their own circle.
Absolutely. We had a lot of success with micro influencers in apparel and accessories because those people were truly using our products and excited about them. They wanted to tell their audience, and it felt very authentic when they created those messages because it was authentic. And I think that the Sephora program is also very authentic. It is people who truly use the products every day, who love those products. They're not selling everything in the Sephora catalog. They're selling the products that truly resonate with them. So partly because Sephora has a great product catalog, they're able to leverage that with all of those influencers and say, this person uses milk makeup and this person uses something completely different and this person uses our house brand. And so they're building all of those brands organically and authentically within that community of influencers.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think now with the use of AI, there is also room to improve the performance of influencer marketing. Because when I talk to brands, I hear a mixed opinion. I mean, it's sometimes a hit or sometimes a big hit, sometimes it's a miss. And I think the challenges that come out with influencer marketing sometimes are that uh, typically the brand creates a landing page and then they go and invite the influencers to go and do their videos, and all the videos come back to a landing page, to the same landing page. This is a little bit different from your Sephora example because you're talking about one product at a time, which is great. You know, I'm talking about this product and the customer sees it and they click on the link and they go buy that product. That's different from maybe an influencer talking about, you know what, it's fall season and pastel colors are in trend, and here are my favorite pastel collections. In that case, there could be potentially a larger assortment of products that the influencer is talking about. In and there, I feel like the traditional way of where the brands create one page and then they invite multiple influencers to link to that is a little bit flawed. What do you say? Do you agree?
I think you're absolutely right. And I think that you can help with AI take that influencer experience for consumers who are shopping and kind of take it to the next level. So you might link to a single product that a influencer is trying to promote or whatever, but then within that area of the website, you're also suggesting things that AI is generating that are similar to that. So maybe it's based on in the beauty, we'll stick with beauty because it's easy. It's a skin tone, or maybe it's a color palette preference, or maybe it's a hair color, or whatever the consumer is attached and attracted to within that product assortment, AI can figure that out, and AI can help to show the consumer other products that are relevant rather than just pushing all products or a full assortment. AI can help the brand to be more consumer specific. It's a personalized shopping experience that's more one on one.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I think the when you spoke about Sephora and them including their employees, it also shows an inclusive culture. So I think if the more brands sort of co-create with creators and influencers rather than do it all themselves, I think that will be more successful. So, for example, at Unthink, we enable brands to create their own network of creators who are empowered with AI tools and given permission to create collections on their own website. So now, instead of of course, you have to get your customers from Instagram and from Facebook and all the social media sites where people always collect. But the brand also starts becoming a place where they have inspiration created by multiple people, experts, community, fans, and brands start becoming also like a social media site. So I feel like that sort of over time, it can help the brands become a magnet themselves, organically attract consumers, and reduce their dependence on the advertising costs that keep going up on Instagram and Google and Facebook because they sort of build an community on their own owned media.
Absolutely. If you're showing consumers products that they actually want to buy, your conversion rate will go up. And that obviously makes it less expensive for brands to acquire each consumer when that lifetime value goes up. When consumers shop again and again and they come back to your site because it's a great experience to shop on your site and be inspired, that leads to long term engagement with customers, which is exactly what every brand wants.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, and imagine that, consumers come to a site and they see their favorite influencers, they see pages hosted by their influencers, products, and then it just increases the engagement and the time that they spend on the brand site. And then now the consumers can create their own wish lists. They can apply to join the creator club on the brand website. So I feel like the brands have to also sort of adopt the social media method of engagement where content is while planning marketing planning is super important and essential because there is obviously there are all these chain of things that have to happen. I think that combining that with a very dynamic program with the help of AI can really boost the brand's performance.
You're absolutely right. I think that there are so many ways that smart AI use can help to create and foster that community around a brand.
Yes. So yeah, so this season we are going to try something different. We are planning to create a club of influencers, go out to brands and ask them to give their catalog. All that the brand needs to give us is a product catalog, and we can actually run an entire campaign powered by influencers. And if any brand wants to host these, do a brand takeover and host these pages on their own site, that's also an option. So we're very eager to use AI and creators this season to see how that impacts the holiday performance.
That seems like an exciting opportunity to kind of hand deliver a full group of influencers and a full arsenal of tools for a website so that a brand can try that out with a very low risk and a very low cost of entry on their own part.
Yes, absolutely. So, Tammy, so we've spoken about brands. I think the range of brands that we spoke about were sort of the medium to larger brands. Now, there are a whole lot of smaller brands available in the market who are aspiring entrepreneurs, startups, CPG brands, the sort of brands that are serious enough but haven't reached the stage where they can do all this planning or where they can even have like a full marketing team. I would love for you also to tell the audience about your services. How do you help these kind of companies, supercharge their marketing?
So at Silvershade Group, we work with small and growing brands to create marketing that resonates with their consumers. So we do a pretty deep dive in what the brand is and what it offers to help our clients figure out who their ideal customer is and exactly where those customers are shopping. And then we create tailored messages to reach those customers where they are. And then eventually we train a marketing team to take that over and run it behind us so that we can step out of things and see a lot of runway and success for those brands. So initially, when we're working with a brand, they usually haven't done a lot of that consumer research. They don't know who they're working with. They don't know who's buying their products, or maybe they have a sense, but they don't know how to reach other people that look exactly like that current audience. And ramping that up is a pretty intense process, but it's something that we can do for most brands within a couple of months and get them on the right track and on the right path so that their team can take over and keep that running.
Awesome. That sounds super valuable. I like the fact that you help them first and then help them create the team that can carry it over and continue with it. I love that model.
Thank you. We've seen a lot of success with it. Most of my clients are very happy with the experience of us helping them hire the right people behind us because we're invested in that brand. By the time we make the choice to work with someone, we are very invested in that brand and we want to see them succeed long term.
Awesome. Yeah, and I look forward to collaborating with you for this Christmas season and for taking AI and the marketing expertise that you have, plus the expertise that the creators and influencers have. So it's like combining forces with two or three types of expertise to offer the best experience to consumers.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about this holiday season.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.